Ridin' Dirty, Underground Kings. I'm glad. You know, it's funny for me sometimes how things work out because Underground Kings out of Houston, 1996. And I've said before, I can't recall which album it was, but I'm starting to figure out that I really like that Southern sound. I like that it's a little bit more chill, a little bit more slowed down. And regarding this album and coming into it today, I'm happy it's happening today because last weekend I was in kind of a mood, kind of in a darker place, kind of in the feels, and happy to sit down with Earl Sweatshirt and go through his stuff because it's just odd and dark, and it helped. This week, it's not that my work was busy or anything, but it's just like every now and then I need a moment to just slow the fuck down. You know? It's so easy to get caught up in shit, get swept up in shit. And like this weekend, because we were kind of busy last weekend doing stuff, I got a lot of shit I got to take care of this weekend. And so there's a part of my mind that's like, oh man, I got to do this. It's like, no. Slow down. Just chill. Because the thing is that amped up idea in my head, if I got all this stuff to do, it's not like I'm going to run, you know, just chill. It's okay. If it takes 2 minutes longer because you're just taking it easy instead of being in a panic, it still gets done. You essentially still have the same amount of free time afterward. It's okay. So with today, this album, this reaction, really going to try and focus on taking some notes from Heroes and Villains where I was pausing too much and not sitting with the vibe. I really want to focus on just chill. And so it's 13 tracks, 65 minutes. Some of these are 5-minute songs, 6-minute songs, 5.5. The outro is fairly long. I think what I'm going to do, it depends on the lyrics, but I think I'm going to focus more on just letting it ride, letting it play, and really settle into that Southern sound, that slowed down sound. This morning, just randomly, I put on the Crystal Method. They're an electronic techno group from the 90s. I put on their first album, Vegas. That came out in 97. And it was kind of fun because I only mention that in the sense that there's no lyrics. There's no, it's just, I just put it on to listen and just chill. I just chill to it, And I mean, it's a little bit more upbeat and there's, it's good production quality. I mean, if you guys are into production, you probably like Crystal Method, honestly. I don't know in terms of there's no Southern sound, but basically all I'm trying to say in this weird long-winded way is my mind right now is in a place where it just wants to just chill. I don't want to analyze. I don't want to think about anything. I just want to chill. So it works out. I think that's going to work out. Regarding these two, it looks like they're from, oh shit, I just had the wiki page open, but they're out of Texas. Where was it? I forgot. Port something or another. I don't know anything about Texas, so I guess it doesn't matter. Southern Sound, Texas. I did see that. I guess Pimp C has just died. He died back in 2007, so that kind of sucks. But it's basically Pimp C and what's the other guy's name? Oh shit, I don't know. It'll come up. But it looks like the production's all by them. Bun B, that's who it is. And there's some features. Anyway, let's go. Let's get rolling. 3.5-minute intro. I don't really know what else. I did get a warning on, this is not politically correct. It's from the 90s, so, it's called Ridin' Dirty. I can only imagine. But it'll be kind of fun, too. I'll mention that from time to time just to show how much things have changed. Because I feel like there are people out there who are saying society hasn't changed. It's fucking changed, you guys. It's changed. Anyway, all right, let's shut up. Let's practice what I'm trying to preach, which is just chill. Let's put on the intro. It's called Ridin' Dirty Intro, featuring Smoke D, produced by Pimp C, which looks like a lot of production is produced by Pimp C. Yeah, let's just go. Let's go. Here we go. Dropping in.
What's up, dog? Live from the motherfucking pen, nigga. It's your boy, Smith Note.
Smith Note, motherfucking D.
But, I'm just chilling out, dog. It's rack down time.
I think I'll let this just roll into track 2, which is One Day as well. Just let it roll. Let it roll.
shit. Yeah, due to the motherfucking fact. But I'm charging every motherfucker I can when I get out there on the street. Once again, like before.
All right, One Day, featuring Ronnie Spencer, M32, produced by Pimp C. Oh, yeah. Shit, I'm gonna have to reply to this one.
Fool, one day you hear, and then you're gone.
Cool. Cool pickup on the tempo there. I like how it eases in. Yeah, this is perfect. This is exactly what I need right now. Oh man.
Mama put me out at only 14, so I start selling crack, cocaine, and codeine. Time to stack some paper. I gotta do it quick. Thinking I'm a juvenile, but they don't know who they messing with. Yeah. My mama's only son.
Clean.
But I live every day.
Very
like it's
clean.
My motherfucking last one. Every nigga and they mama asking why. But I'm in the game, live by the game, and in the game I'ma die.
One day you hear, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
The next day you're gone.
One day you hear, baby, and then you're gone.
Maybe the next day you're gone.
One day you hear, baby.
This is fucking cool.
The next day you're gone.
One day you hear, baby, and then you're gone.
This world we living in, man, it ain't nothing but drama. Everyone wanna harm ya. In New York, niggas getting shot for bombers. Now they got your life in the palm of their hand like California. Niggas with dubs are hydroponic. Marijuana, gangbanging got the ghetto hotter than a sauna. Down in Orange, my nigga Box died on the corner behind a funky ass dice game. I saw him once before we died, wish it was twice, man.
One day you hear, baby,
This is great.
and then you're gone.
The next day you're gone.
I almost want to call it beautiful. Like the sound is so just clean. I'm really kind of surprised.
I'm up early cause ain't enough light in the daytime. Smoke two sweets and so these chickens for the clock like 9. Big nut holder, my boulder smoker on the PA pipes. AK loader as I get swallowed under city lights. My world a trip, you can ask Bumby, bitch, I ain't no liar. My man Bobo just lost his baby in a house fire. And when I got on my knees that night to pray, I asked God why you let these killers live and take my homeboy son away. Man, if you got kids, show them you love them, cause God just might call them home. Cause one day they here and baby the next day they gone.
That's rough, dude. And I feel stupid for saying that's rough because that's not even close to describing that. World's a trip. You can ask B-Bun. I had no lie. My band Bobo just lost his baby in a house fire. When I got on my knees that night to pray, I asked God, why you let these killers live and take my homeboy's son away? If you got kids, show them love. Fucking track 1 of Underground Kings, and I'm getting all fucking worked up, which I laugh because I'm caught off guard because I was expecting, like, I don't know, like fucking dirty, nasty, just filthy shit, right? I don't know why. Really don't know why. I'm caught off guard too by the sound. It's so clean. I don't know why I had this expectation of, I guess maybe because it's 90s. But I send out, every morning I send out a tweet of the album cover of what I'm going to react to. And there was this message from Tim. Tim, hello Tim, by the way. Thank you for all your messages. I apologize for not getting back to you as often now. I just don't check my messages as often anyway. But he was talking about how his friends would argue about which one's better, this or the Chronic. Because the Chronic was a big one at the time, but he was like, nah, this one's better. Fuck, man, it's in that sound style in terms of how clean it is, I suppose. I haven't listened to the Chronic in forever. I know 2001 really well. Anyway, that was to distract me from getting all worked up over the idea of And another reason why I get worked up is because last week I was talking about this shit, about how you don't know. You don't know. One day, man, it's over. And there's no warning, there's no hint, there's no nothing. You have no idea. Beautiful song. Loving that guitar strum. You know, one thing I'm happy about too is I did settle in. I didn't realize I'd almost gone through the whole song without pausing. I want to pause at least once. At least once. Down in Orange, my friend Potts died on the corner behind a funky ass dice game. You know, it's just, and obviously with this lifestyle, this life, these environments, it's more apt to happen. But I mean, you get in your car and go to work, and then fucking the truck driver behind you forgets to look up from his phone and smashes your car. And it's over. You know, you just don't fucking know. Let's wrap this up. Great song. Love the sound on this one.
I know, you know, well, yeah.
Ronnie Spencer is great here too. I love what he's doing with his vocals.
And they go, come on.
Yeah, love that track. Absolutely love that song. I've been wanting to make a new playlist. I have so many playlists on Spotify. You can follow me if you want. You know, Bob the Pop Pop. It's on Spotify, and I've got these playlists called "Chillin' with Pop Pop," and that's exactly the It's just chill playlist. And I've been wanting to make a new one. This one's going in there. Oh yeah, for sure. You know, I've been struggling personally. I've been struggling lately with just fear of just like these thoughts, these intrusive thoughts that come in, and like, you know, my son, he rides his bike to school. What if some asshole runs the red light? You know, like just shit like that. And there's nothing you can do about it. And I tell myself to just let go. Let go. Because there's nothing you can try so hard if you want. You could just fucking just squeeze life with hands of fear, and it won't change anything. You just stress yourself out. But a big part of it is people around me, not like necessarily close to me, but just people I'm in contact with. There's fucking people's dads are dying. This guy I work with is dying. Like, just people have just been dying. And it's what it is. It's what it is, man. So I've been struggling lately with just all that shit. And it's just the thoughts, you know, the thoughts that come in and out. And so this is a fucking beautiful song. I love it. I'm going to put this, I'm hoping if the rest of the album is like this, oh my God, exactly what I need right now. So let's move on to track, which is called Murder. I don't know if that's going to roll into the theme well, but we'll see. Produced by Pimp C. Let's drop in. One Day is amazing though. Love that song. Fucking amazing.
Fuck this motherfucker. He just got low, you know what I mean? Because we got to get out here. Ain't no place here for us, you know what I mean? But that motherfucker, I need a killer, that's all.
Talking about murder.
Kind of an interesting turn to go from one day to murder.
Cause I got big bucking nuts coming back from Louisiana in a Fleetwood land. I just served them niggas some shit to put their peas on their back. Got the pounds one for 4, cause you know I just pay 2. Nigga bought 30 from it, so I'm running 42. He gon' pop for 700 times 62. 24/8 is what I get, so nigga, fuck what you do. If I told you cocaine numbers, you would think I was lying. Young ass niggas 22 was talking about they baton. In the game ain't a thing, coming forward with beans. Rick ass home, 2 apartments where I entertain friends. More bounce to the ounce, cause the boom the shit. I done got me 50 ounces out of bird in this bitch. Hoes is on my motherfucking jock for all the dick that I be holding. I hate clone me and show it. Especially the food that take our style and act like my niggas don't know it. Kick it with the tree, a nigga, so you best not trip. If you keep on popping shit, my nigga, it ain't clear. Eyez, nigga.
Some scratching in there. Cool. You know what's cool is, even though it's you know, it's a more aggressive tone, darker tone, it's still pretty chill. You know, the vocals sound good, good flow, good structure. It is interesting to me though that the album starts with One Day, and then you drop into Murder, and we'll see how the rest of this goes. But like the contrast between these two songs is pretty substantial, and it feels like One Day is almost like this was just an image I had in my head. I don't think this is intentional, but I recently watched the movie Crimson Tide, Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman. Great movie. It's about a nuclear sub, and they lose communication. Anyway, it starts out they're up on the they're in the water, and they're up on the I forget the name of the tower portion right before they go under, and they're watching the sunset one last time before they go under. Because that's kind of the boomers, the fucking nuke subs, we call them boomers. They go under for 6 months at a time. That's it. Maybe they come up a little bit, but yeah, that's it. So One Day, and then going into Murder feels like that. One Day feels like kind of taking that moment to kind of take in the beauty of life and trying to appreciate life, and you just have that moment of stillness, of calm, and then you go into the shit, which is kind of this. Here we go. He's talking about the fucking opening part, right? Putting pound on the streets like a big fucking nuts and going pound for pound and selling all cocaine numbers and all. I mean, just on and on. I'm not gonna go through it. It's all pretty straightforward, right? But the difference between One Day and then dropping into this, and we'll see how the rest of the album goes. But it's called Ridin Dirty, and so is the whole ride gonna be dirty after this moment of kind of pause of just trying to take in some beauty from life? Anyway, there you go. That's just where my mind was. It's kind of interesting. But all right, let's finish this one up.
Well, it's Bun B, bitch, and I'm the king of moving chickens, got them finger lickings. Sticking niggas that be tricking, you need a swift kicking. Your ass is right for the picking, now as my pocket sticking. I'm deep dicking, nickel slicking, you sick when I be clicking. Now take a look at the bigger nigga, my liquor swigger. Player hater, ditch digger, figure my hair trigger. Give a hop one of your liver, you shiver, shake and quiver. I'm frivolous, silver nigga, get wetter than a river. For what it's worth, it's the birth of some niggas doing dirt. Fuck a first acting off the skirt, make the pussy hurt. Mr. Master, hit the swisher faster, then you keep a blister bastard. Fuck your sister pastor, hit the elbows for sale, yo. Brother, bet I have my mail hoe. Before I catch a murder case and go to jail, oh, hell no. Time to bail, hit the trail so we can sell more. Fucking Yale, get the scale, no. Other bullet duckers can shove aside of this game.
I like the vocals here.
Clunkers, they love us, make them glass dick suckers, shake they jelly like smokers. I hit like nunchuckers, cause your Texas bring the ruckus, this for my motherfuckers.
Drops into Pinky Ring, killing the transition right there. Sorry. I really like how why can't I remember this guy's name? Bun B. I really liked how he was hitting, like vocally he was hitting his rhyming scheme, hitting like the vowel sounds, and all that shit, keys, ease, knees, squeeze, please, overseas, just really hitting, just kind of pounding on the rhyming scheme, which is cool. It sounded good. I saw on the Wikipedia page that I guess when this album first released, the critics just kind of blew it off. They didn't really say much about it, but then it took off afterwards, and even Tupac said it was fantastic. So it's kind of cool to hear Tupac say that he really liked this album, and then listening to Bun B and how he's emphasizing his rhyming scheme through his vocals, and then thinking about how Tupac raps, because there's some similarity there. I'm not saying one is copying the other, but just a pretty similar style, in terms of the vocals. Cool track. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I'm cool with that one. We dropped into Pinky Ring. I need to get better at rewinding, but with Spotify, I can't rewind. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about transitions between tracks. I just, whatever. I'm going to fuck that up. If I fuck up a transition in a song, I'll back that up. But between tracks, it's just going to be a mess. So well, keep in mind it drops right into Pinky Ring, so I'll catch that on my additional listens. But this one's just called Pinky Ring, produced by Pimp C. There's no summary at all. It's kind of funny. Let's drop in track 4. Oh, I like that bass already.
Check it out.
Great vocals. I like that.
You ain't never met a nigga like PMC Ho. Before you come into my room, take off your shit at the door. If you come into my hotel, then you game the fuck. And if you fucking with a pimp, then bitch, you game the suck. If your bitch get mad when you play this talk, put her ass out on the highway, make that bitch walk. I ain't making this shit old. Need to stop treating these bitches like ladies and these like ladies like hoes.
Well, you can catch me shopping, checking out the hoes, popping, chopping up game to keep them lap hopping, popping to the Carrington show, stopping.
See, again, he's hitting that rhyming scheme pretty well. It sounds great.
Can't be mistaken for faking. Fools are the ones left shaking, flaking. Marijuana deals with Jamaicans, baking up the powder.
I like this.
Mashing from the scene, almost crashing, flashing. Cop lights keep a player dashing. Thank it, attitudes be janky. I think he gon' have to feel a stank from the ring on my pinky.
Great verse. Great verse. Both verses are actually really good. I think I'm liking Bun B quite a bit. Pimp C's good too, but Bun B, I really like what Bun. Now, Pimp C's verse was fucking hilarious. Wildly offensive, of course. I have to say that for the record, but it's also just insanely hilarious to me. You know, if your bitch gets mad when you play this song, put her ass out on the highway, make that bitch walk. Jesus Christ. Oh, I didn't make this shit up. This shit old. Need to stop treating these bitches like ladies and these nice ladies like hoes. Oh my God. But Bun B, what he's doing with his vocals, with his rhyming scheme, I really like his rhyming scheme. And, you know, it's kind of nice because I feel like maybe 6 months ago I would have maybe criticized it for saying, oh, it's too simple and that he's just, you know, kind of repeating the same sound over and over again. But I now I really like it. And it's weird how my opinion on rhyming schemes and just my opinion on everything has evolved over time. But I really like how he's breaking it. You know, fools are the ones left shaking, flaking, marijuana deals with Jamaican. I just like, and there's even, he's crossing the bar line too. Cause you know, bacon up the powder to the fat. It's cool. I really like what he's doing here. And it's just, there's something about the way he's emphasizing the rhyming scheme, I think, that makes it stand out, that I enjoy it. And I love this last line. I think he's going to have to feel the sting from the ring on my pinky. Because he's going to get probably, I guess, that wouldn't be a punch. Right? It'd be more like a backhand, like a slap. Backhand slap. Is that a pimp slap? Is that how it goes? I don't know. All right, let's keep rolling.
You ain't never seen how guilty roller so clean. Fly women in fancy things, fly bitches in pinky rings.
Fly bitches and pinky rings. Cool sound though, really cool sound. It does make you feel fucking cool.
You must be joking, token. On some shit I don't even be smoking. That coking, marijuana got your ass loking, poking. Sleeping motherfuckers till they woken. I'm still crunking 5 in the morning. While your ass yawning, I'm blowing till the crack of dawning.
I just love the line, fly bitches and pinky rings. Oh shit. I mean, this shit just makes you want to go out and drive, right? Windows down, just chilling down the road, not going fast. Sun's out, arms out the window a bit. Just fucking drive. Talking about Screw. One of these days I want to sit down with some DJ Screw. From what I understand, he's very prolific in terms of production, and so it's hard to nail down. You know, obviously I can't go through everything because apparently he was just involved in tons of shit. But I guess he does have a couple like key classic albums that would be good to listen to. You know, it's fun, this outro, he's mentioning all these different artists and groups and stuff, and just reminds me of, you know, the South's got something to say. And it's neat to see them all coalescing together And to consider that idea when, you know, the East and the West was essentially feuding, and how, you know, dumb it is to feud, where in these, I don't know, maybe they ended up feuding too here, but not here, but eventually. But I just like the idea of everybody kind of having love for one another, and, you know, appreciating what the other guys are making and doing, rather than getting all pissy about it. You know, it's just, what a waste of time. Cool track. We're 3 for 3. Pinky Ring. That one doesn't have a lot of listens. I'm kind of surprised. I like Pinky Ring quite a bit, actually. All right, track 5 is called Diamonds and Wood. Let's drop in. Produced by Pimp C.
Niggas in here, man, they out of sight. And what's fucked up about it, choking like a motherfucker got a bone in his throat on that Sminoke. They can't stand it, you know. But fuck 'em.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good bass.
Coming down.
Chill tempo.
Dedicated to the boys riding slab.
I put this down the AM, no I'm looking good. I'm banging screw, nigga, diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the AM, no I'm looking.
So this is a sample for something, right? Oh, maybe not.
I flip down the amp, you know I'm looking tight. These jealous niggas looking at me and my car so shite. Wanna take my life and wanna jack, but I see all through that. Never let these bitch niggas take what's my nigga, never do that. Who say he going through a thing when y'all ain't never lied? I got a baby, but his mama act like he ain't mine.
Oh, shit,
Wicked
man.
women using children to live on. Wanna hurt and try to hate, cause she know the thrill is gone.
I put this down the AM, no I'm looking good. I'm banging screw, nigga, diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the AM, no I'm looking good.
Gonna pause real quick. We're about halfway, so I'll just kind of touch on this first verse by Pimp C. I also like that it's Pimp C and Bun B, and they just kind of basically trade off verses. I like that. Wicked women using children to live on. I've got a baby, but his mama acts like he ain't mine. Using children to live on. Want to hurt and try to hate because she knows the thrill is gone. I stopped smoking with haters back in '94, but people thinking that a sweet gonna get them through my door. And I think the sweet is a Swisher Sweet, right? Maybe not. Here's the annotation. This is kind of funny. Although Pimp C no longer associates with people just for the sake of smoking weed, people still think they can chill by enticing him to smoke out. That's like the fucking lamest way to describe that. Holy shit, man. Every now and then the annotation makes me feel so much better about myself, because every now and then I feel like, God, I'm dumb. Like I'm so far removed from the culture and the environment, etc., right? Even like the slang and lingo, that I just feel sometimes very outside. And then I'll read an annotation and go, Jesus Christ, that was awful. Oh my God. And people talk a lot of shit in a safe place. I know, because he can't look me eye to eye when he's in my face. I don't really understand that. He can't look me eye to eye. Oh, okay. Now I get it. He's talking shit when he's not around, but when they're face to face, he won't look him eye to eye. So he's scared to talk shit then. I get that. Okay, I get that one. I ride dirty every day, but I still shine so clean. Glitter and gleam ain't at all what it looked like. So I keep swinging out there here, clanging, trying to live my life. All right, let's keep rolling. We'll let it play out for the rest of the song.
And see these niggas in days going coming for me just awake. I know I'm blessed. I grab my sense and split my Swisher with my thumb. Some of my sweets be tight, now some of my sweets be fucked up. But all of my sweets gon' blow, so killer smoke get sucked up. I looked up today and didn't fall prey to none of that pistol play. But who is to say tomorrow they won't be blasting this away? I'm buffing spliffs of hate. Still the fact remains, it's all about the cane. Swing and bang, peace to ESG and all the victims of the game, man. I'm banging nigga, diamonds up against that wood.
I like how Bun B sounded there. He was slowed down from the previous song, but he still sounds really good. I'm a fan of Bun B. I'm a fan.
up against that wood.
I'm flipping through PA, I'm trying to see some good, but everything is still the same in my neighborhood. Niggas frown when you up and smile when you down, and when you change for the better, sight food stop coming around. I see the jealousy and hating in the wicked ways. We all lost children praising paper, smoking our life away.
It's down to AM, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging screw, nigga, diamonds up against that wood. I flips down to AM, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging screw, nigga.
Diamonds up against that wood. So it's your life.
That was great. That final verse was fantastic too. I clicked on the chorus thing here, and it says that the sample used is from a rap duo 380 called Elbow Swing off their album Gangsta Mac. The version used for this track was a screwed and chopped version that was in DJ Screw's 3 in the Morning Part 2. So, which makes sense to me because they did mention something about Screw here. Yeah, I'm banging Screw. Yeah. My throat's kind of filled up or whatever. The garbage. Great verse. Verse 3, Pimp C. When you change, this whole verse is fucking fantastic. People frown you. They frown when you're up and smile when you're down. And when you change for the better, fools stop coming around. I see the jealousy, the hating, in the wicked ways. We've all lost our children, praising papers, smoking our life away. Got to the point where I could not decipher day from night. She says she loves me, but all we do now is fucking fight. Conscience fucks with me so much that I can't eat or sleep. The other side of selling dope and out there running the streets. I love those two lines right there, because it's the struggle. And you know, honestly, as weird as it sounds, probably as dumb as it sounds, right? I was talking at the very beginning of this video how I've just had these thoughts, right? And actually, no, I'm not going to compare my life to what he's talking about, but it's interesting how you can have these things going on. And, you know, this is more of I think like a trying to present yourself as everything's fine and, you know, I'm a badass and I got money and all this other shit. But in the background, the things that you keep secret, right? But I just like that he says it, because so often things like selling dope and running the streets are, you know, are bragged about and praised, and, well, not necessarily praised, but it's something to brag about. But the other side is his conscience is fucking with him so much he can't eat or sleep. So it's killing him, in a sense. It's eating him alive. I just like that he put that in there, because most people won't say that, you know? There was another line earlier where, you know, you gotta fucking be hard, and, you know, you can't let them know you're weak and all this other shit. And I get that in the sense of it's a survival tactic, but it is nice to know that basically Pimp C is humanizing himself in this scenario, you know? And though I'm gaining street fame coming from this rap game, lustful thinking and compulsive drinking is a normal thing. So even in the eyes of, or in the light of fame and becoming more famous and popular, he's still fucking compulsive drinking. Some get erased and misplaced trying to win the race. Some try to hold on to their place by smoking wet lace. This line I didn't really understand. Yeah, something about pot. Okay. Drugs and plastic thugs ain't gonna change the hood. I'm smoking conk. I'm popping the trunk to make me feel good. It's just a great display of duality. It's well written, in my opinion. And you can see him just struggling with his own life. There you go. That's probably the simplest way to do it. I'm good at overcomplicating things. Cool verse. I really like that. Verse 3 by Pimp C. That was fucking great. Good song too. This is a great track. Oh, and you know what's cool? So they sampled, I just clicked the thing. They sampled a chopped version that was in DJ Screw's 3 in the Morning Part 2, which I guess is an album. And the next track is called 3 in the Morning. So let's move on to that. That's kind of a neat nod and lead into. It's featuring Cino and Big Smoke and Mitch. Produced by Bun B and Pimp C. Track 6, 3 in the Morning.
Damn, already 3 in the morning, huh? It's going down. I'm leaning, drink, candy, sweets, you know what I'm saying? Third coast, nigga. UGK about the wreck shop. This C note off that botany. smoking and leaning, nigga. Stacking.
Smoking and leaning.
You know what I'm talking about? Man, I'm larger than life. These motherfuckers ask is
Ooh.
the walk or the bite.
Nice
Folks
bass.
chill in those streets, you scared to bark on the night. It's barking, just like I'm becoming part of the light. And you, man, you gon' be the biggest market to fight. See, I never.
I love how low that
you
note
can handle
is.
it. You half-ass running through my neighborhood bandling. Next time I'ma like
And whatever that is kinda cool, too.
Some Italians to play your ass like a mandolin. These cocaine wars got my mind in a frenzy. The feds tried to confiscate my lack and my Benzie. Colombian assassins hunt a nigga like Lindsay. And now one of my workers came and shot with my NC shit. Running the streets used to be complicated, but now it's all either drug or strong arm related. But never can a bomb be faded. Fool, ring the alarm, pull the dawn, we made it.
Oh, I've heard this. I've heard this. This sample. Is this a sample? Fuck.
Jealous cause a nigga getting ahead in this paper chase. Can't place my faith in these streets. But some niggas hustle just to eat. Niggas jacketed, packeted, playing for keeps. No peace of mind. Keeping my heat behind. My secrecy, I'm not still want to be caught sleeping by another fool out creeping while I'm chilling getting sweet.
Interesting. Different layers of sound. Fuck with these host thing. Interesting production on this one to me. Love that deep, low bass note. That's just doo. I super low. It to me that kind of fills in dark, just the darkness, and then you've got that. You know, this verse here. Who was it again? Big Smoke and Mitch. He's talking about keeping his gun and behind his seat because he's not going to get fucking jacked. I'm not the one to be caught sleeping by another fool out creeping. That it kind of feels like somebody's creeping around, just like it's almost cartoonish in a sense. What I'm imagining, the guy on the tippy toes, going from spot to spot, trying to avoid the streetlights or something like that. But the sound is kind of capturing these different themes, I feel like, in their own little layers. And then, fuck, man, I know that sample. I know that from somewhere. I almost want to say Outkast, but I don't remember. I think it's a sample, or maybe the song I'm thinking of sampled from this song. Very possible. Very possible. All right, we're about halfway through. I think I'll let it roll the rest of the way, unless there's something that really, well, we'll see. Let's keep going.
What you see is what the fuck you get. Young Pimp C, baby, coming down real wet. Got a pump in my lap, cuz these niggas trying to jack us, but we don't give a fuck. I got the AK in the back of. Came out the nightclub, 3 o'clock struck, trying to holler at my people. She in Lexus, I'm in truck. We about to eat breakfast. We in Houston, Texas, the city of the crack and the legs in the blix. Say, man, I'm hot and Ed Botany, Courtney came with the love. We coming down, man, blowing cousin in plum. Cause I'm a candy sweet dipper, a big cane dipper. I'm playing with the guitar, I'm squeezing on the nipper. Even though this hoe look good and the pussy is tight, after I hit jump in my shit, I'm scratching off in the night. Fuck that laying in the bed with them hoes to the morning. Bitch, I'm getting out and yawning, coming back to reform at 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning.
That sound right there. I absolutely recognize that sound.
Wish I could come down, but you know I can't, 'cause I'm leaning off the bank and the big old
I love that. I wish I could come down, but I can't. Leaning off the tank and the good old Dre.
Straight out there south, get my dick out your motherfucking mouth, bitch.
I guess there's a bit of a segue here.
From the ghetto patties, you know.
Yeah. Know what I'm talking about? If you got the tape, you need to flip that motherfucker over.
And you did, you know that.
Oh,
And if you got the CD, you need to let that motherfucker roll.
this is actually legit really cool because what's going on here for those who have never listened to a tape cassette before, if your let's say your runtime is 60 minutes or 65 minutes, whatever, right? Then each side of the tape is half that. So we'll call it 33, 34 minutes, whatever. So what this segue is doing, and this is actually really fucking cool on their part. They're filling in the rest of the tape on the one side so that when you flip it over, it'll start at the beginning rather than you would otherwise have to fast forward through the dead space of the rest of the tape to then when you flip the tape over, start at the beginning. Otherwise, if you just flipped it over when the song ended before the segue, the other side would start like 45 seconds into the next song. So you'd have to rewind it. It was super annoying, right? So this is actually really fucking cool that they did this. Hey, we'll put in this little bit of filler, even out the runtime on both sides of the cassette. So when they flip the tape, you don't have to fucking fast forward or rewind, or you don't have to fuck with it. You just flip it. That's great. That's legit. And why I'm so excited about that is because they did this on purpose, knowing that now their fans who are listening to the music can just flip the tape. And how much, basically what they're doing is making the listening process as uninterrupted as possible, which then feeds into keeping it going, keeping it chill. You know, they don't want to disrupt the listening experience. They want everybody to just chill and ride with them. And it's just great. This is fucking cool. Really cool. Really cool. I like that. 3 in the morning is neat. Neat song. I love that little segue. Long ass rant over something that's probably not that important, but there's so many people who are watching this who probably have no fucking idea why they would be here and why they're talking about the tape and all this. Like, that's why they're evening out the runtime. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Track 7 is called Touched. It doesn't have a lot of listens compared to the other ones. So that's kind of interesting, but whatever. It's okay. It's featuring Mr. 32, produced by N.O. Joe. So this will be a different production. I think Pimp C has produced everything up until now with a little bit of help from some others. But let's drop in track 7, Touched.
Dog, I'm just looking, man. Looking around. I see 2 niggas kissing, man. Shit out of sight. Motherfuckers tongue kissing.
This is probably why people skip it right there.
Listen up, I got a story to tell.
Oh.
Hey, fool, listen up, I got a story to tell.
I laugh about that because, you know, I was saying earlier how much society has changed, yet there are some things that have not changed, and that is the people who are just total. I don't want to say terrified because that's not really. I don't think that's a fair word. Like, but they're so instantly put off by anything that would resemble homosexuality. Like they just scatter, right? Like, I'm out of here. So just Smoke D talking about 2 guys tongue kissing is probably enough for this. Nope, skip. Anyway, let's get going.
Say, dog, listen up, I got a story to tell. Say, man, listen up, I got this story to tell. On the cool. Now, once upon a time, not too long ago, a nigga like myself had this strong arm, a hoe. Now, this was not a hoe in the sense of having a pussy, but a pussy having no goddamn sense. Trying to push me, he used to hold dick. Now, he wanted to be in my shoes, hating like a baby mama, cause I'm paying my dues, trying to hold on to my little chunk. But now the punk in the parking lot, bumping his gums with his keys in the trunk. Oh, what? I'm supposed to jump cause you got a bum? You aiming that bitch in the sky, you chump. Point that motherfucker this way and dump. Oh, yes, your health is what's in question, and I hope that this ass whooping teach you a motherfucking lesson.
Speak the wrong words, man, and you will get touched. Deep down in the side, voice coming up. Talking nine on my name and what it's all about. You niggas better get some pepper and get my name out your mouth. Cause I don't know why you got flex with me, testing me, but I'ma pull my shit and let you see.
Wouldn't give a fuck about him, but he kin to my son. If you think that I'm that nigga, then you picked the wrong one. Cause I live by the gun, die by the gun. Hot bullets burn, some say that them bitches done. So raise your own children, don't try to raise mine. And when you see me, step with caution, cause I'm bucking for mine, bitch.
I'm gonna pause right there. This first verse by Bun, kind of interesting. This story about this guy who's basically, he's got his shotgun out, but he's scared to use it. And he's breathing heavy and he's sweating, and his triggers stay cold. I wasn't surprised. Kind of interesting. I wonder if it's real, if it's a real story. But what was surprising to me was, you know, he's talking about how he's pointing the shotgun up in the air. He's not even pointing it at him. You know, point it this way and dump. Oh, what? You're scared to go to the pin? Thinking that people are going to tap your rump? It's a really kind of bizarre thing to try and contrast the idea of I'm scared to kill this guy, not because I'm scared to kill somebody, not because I'm scared to go to prison, but I'm scared that somebody might rape me. Like, that in itself, that concept of that is what you're making your decision based off of. Now, who knows, right? This is all just fucking having fun, but I'm trying to break that down, and I would be concerned about somebody shooting me while I'm trying to shoot them, or like there's a lot of other things in that scenario that I'm immediately more concerned about than what might happen a year later in prison. Like, it's kind of wild. Anyway, it's just funny to me. I don't know if I'm into this one. The production is fine, but really what I want is the production I've been hearing. Basically Pimp C has done such a great job thus far that I'm kind of like, let's go back to what he was doing. Anyway, let's go. Let's just keep rolling.
Words saying you will get to, you didn't cross the line, now you don't get fucked. I already told you before, but you ain't barring that. So this time I'm hell in mine and gon' erase you off the map. Such a shame, but it's all in the game. And since the early 60s ain't a damn thing changed. We got haters over here and haters over there, but I got my pistol and it ain't pointed.
And it ain't pointed in the air.
And you feel like you bad, cause your bitch and chose a pimp, and that pimp was Chad. I see you hurt cause I fucked your girl, put big dick in a whirl, bust nuts in a curl. When I hit it from the back, she said, baby, I can't take it. Push my dick up in her heart, bitch, I'm straight up trying to break it.
To get done real bad in front of your kids, to show them what real type of bitch you is. And it's that boy named 3 to the 2, forever staying true, just the play I made do. And I gotta tell it to the whole wide world, how you got bitch raising act just like a motherfucking girl.
Yeah, not really into this one. This other verse too, with Pimp C, everything is going off about, hitting, the sex with the girl and all this other shit, and then I'm gonna fucking shoot you, and your stomach looks like spaghetti and shit. Like, that none of that works for me. It's some of this stuff, obviously this is all from the 90s, but it's just getting harder to pass off as just shit talking and whatever, because I feel like our country, the United States is sick, is very sick. And we're seeing that sickness play out in the form of people fucking shooting each other all over the place now. And don't want to get too down the rabbit hole of, the gun debate and all this other stuff. But in my opinion, the gun violence is more of a symptom of a problem than the actual problem itself. Now, it is a problem, but I think more so it's our society is kind of like failing in a sense. And so people are just fucking losing it. They're losing it, and they're just going off and killing people. And I do feel a little strange to talk about it, because I try not to get political on this channel. I don't think there's a lot of benefit to that, but I personally do feel a sense of hypocrisy when, I hear myself, I see it in the media where we're all concerned about this gun violence, because people are getting killed in malls and they're getting killed in their schools. And it's like, yeah, this shit's been going on in inner cities for decades and decades and decades, and no one really gave a fuck, right? Kind of, for the most part. But now all of a sudden, because it's other people that are dying, now it's a problem. And so there is a hypocrisy there as well, in my opinion. But I also think that, what drives a lot of these moments of violence, especially like in everything that's being described here, as it expands out into the broader society, what is it? Fucking stress, low income, no options, that kind of general idea. As it spills out into society, you just see people lashing out. Anyway, there's my TED Talk on gun violence. Hopefully that wasn't too dumb. And here's something else I want to say. At no point do I say these things to try and convince you that my opinion is the right opinion or that you have to agree with me. No, I'm just talking. And I think it's important for people to understand that you can listen to somebody talk and hopefully understand where they're coming from and also disagree. Those are two things that can coexist together. You can understand them and disagree. It's okay. And I can be completely talking out my ass right now and have no idea what's going on. I mean, I'm not an expert on this shit. It's just, my feeling on the matter. So there you go. So if you feel like I'm wrong, it's okay. Maybe I am wrong. And, there you go. Life moves on. Speaking of moving on, let's go to track 8, which is called Fuck My Car. Maybe he's having car trouble. Produced by N.O. Joe. I don't know. Let's drop in track 8. Let's see what's going on.
Check it out.
Fuck my car.
96. Bitches still sucking on dicks. Hoes is tripping, man. Choosing they men by what kind of cars they drive. What kind of
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Now bitches stay a nigga down when he step to the bar.
They ain't tripping on me, they wanna fuck my car. They ain't tripping on me, they wanna fuck my car.
They want to fuck my car.
But they ain't tripping on me, they wanna fuck my car. They ain't tripping on me, they wanna fuck my car.
Hey, see, keep your eyes open for the boppers. Car hoppers, Daisy Duked out on the block, showing cock traffic stoppers. Looking good, spinning some nigga cheese. Nails by Vietnamese, half by me cheese. Look like they work G's, just above their knees. Jellies and G-strings up the ass, man, I never let them pass. So tell me, what can I find them? With they nigga on that candy Cadillac right behind them.
Bitch telling me, see your dick grand. All she wanna do is ride suburban. Put her ass on the left and rub my wood. See, we got boppers in Texas, so man, that pussy look good. So I let them hoes ride and I show them a grip. But she blinded by the candy, she can't see I'm a pimp. When she told me I look good, I didn't feel no pride. All the bitch wanted to do was just fuck my ride.
This is an amazing song. Amazing.
They ain't tripping on me, they wanna fuck my car.
I'll back it up just a tiny bit. I'll try not to kill transition from chorus to verse. It totally reminds me of that Dave Chappelle stand-up bit. I love Dave Chappelle, by the way. I think he's great. That's another thing. That I've seen Dave Chappelle. I think he's an amazing comedian. There's people who hate him now. He's awful. You can't support him, whatever. Look, another thing that goes into hand in hand with listening to somebody, understanding them, and not agreeing with them. Those things coexist. They can happen at the same time. Someone can also be, wrong from time to time and therefore not be evil also. Like, I hate this idea that if somebody goes out and says something that a group disagree with, now everything they've done has to be tossed into the garbage. Like, that's insanity to me. Insanity. Obviously, you judge a person off of their, their own belief structures and merits and what have you. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about now. But basically, you can disagree with some of the jokes that Dave Chappelle has made and also realize he's a great comedian. He's important, in my opinion. There you go. But all that to fucking weave into, I love the bit that he has where, guys don't like nice things. Guys only get nice things because they know women like nice things. And it's basically the bait for the trap. Talking about pulling up in the car and then, closing the door. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, shit. This is an amazing song. And I really like this whole, where was it? When she told me I looked good, I didn't feel no pride. All the bitch wanted to do is just fuck my ride. And let's keep going. I'll let my thoughts coalesce on that. But I love this song. There's so much I really enjoy about this song. Let's keep going now.
$50 there, $100 here. You brought the bitch a drink and all the homegirls to be your homeboys looking for you. But your ass gone. You left your niggas at the club and took all them hoes home. And didn't even fuck. Man, what the fuck? If you didn't want to fuck, then get the fuck up out the truck. You know what I mean? I ain't showing up hoes just so these hoes can be seen. Come on, you wanna fuck? Stay a nigga down when he step to the the bar.
But they ain't tripping on me, they wanna fuck my car. You see, man, I can tell all that bitch want to do was just ride for free and smoke for free, but bitch, not me. You better ask them hoes with my name, Pimp C, and let your pussy make it $10,000 a week. The only way I see you sitting in my passenger seat, you bitch.
That nigga down when he step to the bar.
But they ain't tripping on me, they wanna fuck my car.
But bitch, who the fuck you think you are? My bar.
They ain't tripping on me, they wanna fuck my car.
I love that line. They ain't tripping on me. They want to fuck my car. Okay, let's see if I can... I don't know. My thoughts on this are all scattered. Because honestly, when you take these concepts and break them down, there's a lot of layers to them. In the sense of, okay, women want a guy that has money. More so, you could break that down further into, you know, you get into this weird subsphere online of these guys who basically hate women, and or you get into like the Andrew Tate area where it's like men have to establish value in their lives and all this other shit. It's like, to me, it's so fucking toxic. It's so backwards from what life is supposed to be, in my opinion. But you've got the reverse dynamic going on too, of where, you know, these guys are only looking at the girls that are all dressed up in the fucking mini skirts and the G strings and all this, like, and all they want to do is fuck, and it's just, the whole dynamic to me is so broken and just, it's just broken. Especially too when you get to the idea of, it seems like, you know, both sides are trying to extract something from the other. The guy wants the sex and the girl wants the money. Okay. Now that's very general, but there's the structure. It's so, these stupid fucking games that get played. I'm so happy I'm married, and I've been married for 20 years. Like, I can't even imagine it. If something were to happen and I was single, I'd probably just go fucking live in the mountains by myself and like just disconnect from the world completely, because I can't even imagine trying to date right now with all of these concepts. Especially you get into, you know, you've got the guys that hate women. You've got the guys that think they have to be fucking buff and rich and attractive and all this shit to attract women. But then all they do from then is just basically want to like use and abuse them, which is also fucked up in my opinion. But then you've got this other weird sphere online with women, and, you know, they need somebody who can pay for all their shit and do all this shit. It's like, what the fuck is going on? That reminds me of The Chronic, 2001. And that track towards the end is that talking part where the guy's all, whatever happened to falling in love with a guy with a bus pass just because you loved him? Now, obviously he words it differently, right? But whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to just meeting somebody and actually having a relationship that has some substance to it, rather than, you know, it's interesting too. Earlier in the song, was it Pinky Ring? I think it was Pinky Ring, talking about, you know, now all we do is fight and fuck. You know, his relationship with his girl. That's not a good relationship, man. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. And it's some irony to me where he's talking about how, you know, pussy is the root of all drama, because that's what, you know, the attribute put in their head by their mama. But the whole dynamic is drama, right? Like, if all you do is fight and fuck, that's not even a relationship. It's like this weird, toxic, codependent bullshit. But there's also another layer in that if you're a kid and you are raised up in environments where that's where your role models are in terms of relationships, then you just think that's normal. And so you don't realize it's toxic and fucked up. You know, there's a lot going on here. Now, fun song, enjoyable song, hilarious in my opinion too, but there's a lot buried in this. And I rant about it because my son's getting a little older. He's going to start, you know, girls are already starting to notice him. And I want him to have healthy relationships. That's it. Just healthy, you know, and, you know, casual sex, whatever. Don't tell his mom I said that. She's not on board with that at all. But I guess just be fucking level with each other. What do you want? What do you want out of this? I want this. Okay. I want that. Okay. It's not going to work. All right. Fucking move on. Like, why are we wasting so much time? Speaking of wasting time, let's move on. I'm also wasting time, right? Track 9 is called That's Why I Carry, produced by N.O. Joe and Pimp C. Let's drop in.
Los motherfucking UGK. They're los motherfucking raya. They're no cool motherfuckers. They're just snitches motherfuckers. I need to shoot in the back of the head. Kill los motherfucking throw in the river with the alligator eat them out. Yeah, so that's why they deserve los motherfucking.
Do they got gators out in Texas?
Man, all these motherfucking niggas out here, man, you know
Probably
what I'm
not.
saying? Every time I try to go
Oh, wow.
I got plagues from these little sorry punk pussy, no good hating.
Oh, cool.
You know what I'm saying? Every single day, man. Starting shit, man. See a lot of flicks on the street, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at H-Town, North and the South Side doing it. In PA,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? And Port Acres doing it.
Surprising
Even
sound.
The West Coast got flicks, man. Man, y'all better keep your business, man. I'm telling you what's real. My nigga, you done pushed the wrong button. I ain't never ran this hot. Now you the number one nigga. I wanna whoop the piss out. And this not a threat, bet that. I ain't gon' let that shit slide. Gotta get that bitch right. Want him dead by midnight. I followed him from his crib to the crack spot. I watched him go in and come back out. I got ready to pull a Mac out. Sandwiched him by the feet of a 16. and loaded the pistol. Now dirt is not what his dick is.
Just want to pause real quick. We're going to jump back into gun control, right? Because why not? There's a strange irony, and I learned this listening to Tupac, when you get into Second Amendment rights and gun ownership and all this other shit. And the irony to me is that a lot of these people who say they're proponents for that also say we got to get, it's the people who are not supposed to have guns that are the problem. That's one of the big arguments, right? These people robbing each other and they got drugs and they should be in prison and they shouldn't be allowed to arm themselves and blah, like they're the problem. Okay. But to me, the irony is the whole point of carrying a gun is for self-defense. And who needs to defend themselves the most? People in this situation. Now, obviously, there's a contradiction there of if you're trying to stop gun violence, you don't want to let criminals carry guns, especially thieves and murderers, right? But then it spins back around to, okay, but the whole point is to have a gun so I can protect myself. And if where you live, there's theft and murder and all this shit all the time, then you probably need a fucking gun to protect yourself. And I guess that's all I really need to say. I mean, the point, I assume, makes itself. It is a strange inverse of what people think of and what they argue. And I mentioned it because I remember when I was doing the Tupac album, it just kind of slapped me upside the head out of nowhere. I didn't even fucking realize. It didn't even cross my mind that, oh yeah, these people carry weapons because they need to defend themselves, because they're actually being threatened and attacked. While all these other people that claim they need to fucking carry their AR-15s on their back when they go to goddamn Starbucks, no, you actually don't need to do that because nobody's going to bother you at Starbucks. Anyway, kind of a fun little tangents on this album reaction.
The PLX is crying all my space. About to pop this motherfucker cause he's standing in my place. He's selling on my block, jacking from my boys. They coming on our side, drawing down and talking noise. Now I occupy my time hustling and getting paid. He occupying his time trying to get boys for they blades. Getting them for they share they bourbon. They jumping out of VooDoo's, coming down swinging, jumping out of Candy Blue. Talk about give it up smooth. Baby boy, it's some hating going on in PA. Mostly over stanky bitches.
Interesting song, man.
Niggas stunting, pulling pistols, ending up in the grave. When I pull, I always pop, that's why I'm living today. Girl ass niggas causing flex between friends. And when you bust on your boy, don't neither one of y'all niggas win. You end up killing somebody that you really ain't want to kill over a pussy ass nigga that's showing whole type of skills. Wanna start shitting every way, that's why I carry my motherfucking gun.
Every single day. We got the red drink, orange drink, purple drink. Laughing at these smart hoes that say they never heard a drink. Half gallon, big cup, big red, big cup. Drink mixed up, blowing sweet and lighting sticks up. Now in my new world, slow down, I can see niggas talking shit, trying to see if what they said got to me. But whole ass type of skills say a lot to me. You just gon' fuck around and get yourself shot to be or not to be. Motherfuckers plot to see me crack under pressure, so they just suppress a nigga to see me react.
Interesting. And it's just kind of, again, these contrasts of who should carry guns, who should not carry guns, criminals, self-defense. It's just, to me, it's not a very simple problem to solve. And I go on these rants sometimes, and half the time I'm just talking out my ass. The other half, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about to begin with anyway, right? I'm just like any other person. I have an opinion. It's really not based on a whole lot of facts or information. You know, it's just, these are things that I think about. I'm trying to think of like 4 things at once. You know, you get into verse 2, and you've got Pimp C talking about, I'm gonna pop this motherfucker because he's standing in my place, selling on my block, jacking from my boys, right? And the whole idea of self-defense goes out the window, right? Like, oh yeah, you don't need a gun because you're just gonna use it to kill another drug dealer because you're mad at him for selling in your spot where you deal drugs. Obviously not a great situation in terms of like the argument for gun ownership. And then you get into fucking verse 3. Where was it? They're talking about they're drinking, they got their fucking, red drink, orange drink, purple drink, half gallon, big gold, big red cup. Drink is mixed, blowing sweets, lighting sticks up like they're just raising hell. Totally outraising hell. Like, this is the problem. This is also a problem. Oh my God. And honestly, I don't even remember what my point was now. What was it? She's getting this back end here on the verse, so. Talking about we're supposed to be brothers. You know, we carry around pounds of killers. We carry pounds of killer rounds like groceries with a presence that makes you not want to stand too close. We talk about we're supposed to be brothers. Don't make me laugh, motherfuckers. You chose to be on the side opposing me. Don't matter what the coast you be from. I don't know. It's just this. I don't know how to fix it. I guess really that's all I want to say. I don't know how you fix it. I just don't know. Especially considering things have been happening. Not a whole lot's been done. Maybe some things have been done. But it's only getting worse. It's only getting. Let's just finish this up. I'm just way off in the fucking weeds right now. Oh, shit.
Motherfuckers wanna start shitting every way. That's why I kept my motherfucking gun every single day. Motherfuckers wanna start shitting every way. That's why I kept my motherfucking gun every single day.
You know, the end there, it being repeated. There's been other songs I've listened to where they feel like a mantra. It's like just a way to cleanse the mind. And repeating stuff has that effect. But this is like almost the inverse. It's almost like a pummeling of the brain. Not a way to cleanse the mind, but a bombardment upon the mind of I have to fucking carry. Every day somebody's starting shit. Every fucking day. I have to carry. I have to. And it's almost like I want to say paranoia, but it's not paranoid if it's accurate. It's not paranoid if it's true, if it is happening. But just the mental strain, I think, is really what I'm going after, of repeating this over and over again and how it's so present in the mind. And it goes back into all the bullshit I've been saying, right, about these situations that people are in and who should carry and who should not. And I don't know how you fix it, but just the own individual mind. How do you fucking cope with that kind of scenario? Where if every day you think, I got to carry my gun. Somebody's going to fuck with me. They're going to try and rob me. They're going to try and shoot me. They're going to try and steal my fucking car, whatever. I have to bring my gun. And then that spills into the moments of the day where you're good. Okay, I'm looking around. I'm making sure nobody's. It just fucks people up. It fucks people up. And then I sit here and go, wow, look at me and my. I suppose you could call it a place of privilege, although I'm not a huge fan of that phrase. But it is something that people are aware of, and it's something I have to be aware of. This is my life. And I do appreciate the fact that these are not concerns that I have. It's a strange world, man. It's a strange fucking world that we live in. Going back also to the track One Day, and I said how it felt like maybe they're just taking a moment to look at the sunset, enjoy and appreciate life. before going into the shit, like the submarine before it goes under for months. The rest of this ride has definitely been the shit, right? And so it makes the track One Day, I think, a lot better. It's already a great song to begin with. And to me, I think it is perfect that it starts at the beginning. Because if One Day came at the end, we still got some more songs, so we'll see how this album wraps up. But if One Day came at the end, it just wouldn't ring true. It would almost be a celebration of everything that's happened rather than almost like a prayer or a hope or a dream, you know, before all these things happen. Anyway, let's keep moving. Track 10 is called High Life. It's featuring Smoke D, produced by Pimp C and N.O. Joe. Let's drop in.
Dog is real up in here. Niggas will kill you. You fuck up. You know what I'm saying? They shoot all kind of game. I'm just thankful the Lord bless me that I can see it 100 miles away, you know.
Huh, that was a surprising hit right there. I was not ready for that.
High life. High life. High life. We living that high life.
I'm tired of living fucked up, tired of living bad, tired of hearing grandmama tell me when you gonna go to church, Chad. And I'm trying to live up to the image that she would want to see, but I got one foot in the street, and every week I flip a key. I never wanted to be a G, but niggas depend on me. It ain't safe to hit I-10, so niggas spin with me. And all the niggas that I went to school with, shot pool with, went to the pool with, out there selling that white shit, pushing cocaine. Niggas' whole existence dependent on the game. When drop come through, it's like somebody cut my throat. Got $20,000 trying to turn it into 100, and ain't nobody got no dough. And crackers tend to smirk, offended by the weed smoke coming off my shirt. But still I put in work and front for my folks. Cause where I come from, nigga family just ain't no joke. Now Dee getting married and Edgar on the boat. Well, what about baby Joe, son Chad, that nigga selling dope? And you know I ain't lying, that's just how family talk. But what you gon' do when the devil poke you with his fault? And everybody sitting in the pulpit ain't saved. Most preachers just false prophets, fucking hoes and getting paid. I'm looking for that high life.
This is fucking legit, man. That was a fucking legit verse. Legit. And, God, a moment ago I felt like I was being a bit of a jackass for rambling about the things I was rambling about. And now I'm so glad I said it all, because this verse just summarizes so much. So much. Tired of hearing grandma telling me, when are you going to go to church? Trying to live up to that image, but I got one foot in the street. Never wanted to be a G, but people depend on me. Everybody I know, went to school with, am cool with, fool with, they're all out here selling cocaine. What are you going to do? It's like somebody cut my throat. Got $20,000 trying to turn it to 100, and nobody's got any money, no dough. Bad habits do exist. This bitch thinks she can ease my mind by sucking my dick, maybe for a minute, but this shit never lasts. And I mean, even in this situation, it's like sex itself is a form of self-medication. You know, it's not... That's just it. There's nothing else to it. It's just to feel better momentarily, and it never lasts. And, you know, and 96 people dying from some asthma. You know, Magic Johnson's got HIV. Eazy-E died from HIV. And you wonder why people out here smoking fry, right? So getting high instead of smoking fry refers to smoking cigarettes or blunts dipped in PCP. It's just a coping mechanism. They're trying to fucking... The mental strain, it cannot be maintained. You can't handle it. We are creatures that cannot handle this kind of stress for sustained periods of time. That's all there is to it. And, you know, at the beginning of the video, I was talking about how I've got these thoughts that have been bugging me and you know, just shit like that. And that is so minor compared to what people are dealing with in their lives. And this is a fantastic verse, man. Crackers tend to smirk, offended by the weed smoke coming off my shirt. I'm just jealous when I smell weed. God damn it. I wish I could smoke. Because where I come from, family ain't no joke. D's getting married, Edgar's on the boat, baby though, some say he's selling dope. You know I ain't lying. That's how family talk. But what are you going to do when the devil pokes you with his fork and everybody's sitting in the pulpit ain't saved? Most preachers just false prophets, fucking hoes, and getting paid. Which is a great way to bring it right back around again, right? Because his grandma's telling him, you got to go to church. You got to go to church. Why does she need him to go to church? So he can be saved. Everybody sitting in the pulpit ain't saved. So what's the fucking point, right? That's really what he's getting at. Brilliant. Brilliant verse. Really well done. Fucking amazing.
You only got one life to live, that's all they give us to do it. You can bullshit your way through it, or stay true, it can be complicated, cause niggas be getting shot in the cross. People and names get lost, the feeble and lame get tossed. Streets will eat your ass alive. Take your possessions with pistols, bare hands, and knives. And nobody's surprised if somebody don't survive the dust to see the honest treacherous. How we was left is just to die on these streets that we be on. Motherfuckers sleeping on them corners that you be on. Probably cause society felt they didn't belong. Now who in the fuck made it this way for us? Got all these little niggas selling that yay because it ain't like they make high levels gainable. And that quote piece of American pie just ain't attainable. So how can I sustain a full life before death? Man, I'm left out here to make it by my goddamn self. But still sometimes he don't know why. He walking around just hoping he get one more try to make it. It's bullshit he going through, but yo, we got to take it. You can't fake it to get
Fucking
the high life.
Amazing. Fucking amazing.
We living that high life. High life. We living that high life.
High life.
Fuck, man. That song was amazing. High Life is fucking amazing. Both of those verses were pure fire. Fucking amazing. People's names get lost. Feeble and lame get tossed. Streets will eat your ass alive. Take your possessions. Pistols, bare hands, and knives. Stretches how we left to just die on the streets. Motherfuckers sleeping on the corners you pee on. Got all these little people selling yay because it ain't like they make higher levels attainable or gainable. And that quote, piece of American pie just ain't attainable. How can I sustain a full life before death? I'm left out here to make it by my goddamn self. Oh, shit, man. And you know what? I'm gonna go even further. Because a lot of what's being talked about here, in my, as far as I can understand, stems from poverty, right? There's no way to make it. So people are robbing, they're selling drugs, and because of that, you get gun violence, you get all this, you get addiction, you get all this shit. But it all stems from poverty. It all stems from, no path forward in life, nothing to obtain. And now I think things are getting worse in the sense because I feel like now we're starting to get into this weird element of like mental poverty, where you've got corporate media pushing out ideas. You've got politicians arguing over the stupidest fucking things instead of solving actual problems. You've got people who are essentially like cult followers to liars. I mean, just liars. They're just devoted to these figures in either politics or media or whatever, who their job is to lie. That's it. That's what they do. That's their job, is to lie and to distract. And then social media has gotten bizarre, where people would rather argue than try and understand. And it's more mental strain. It's more mental strain. So, I mean, how do you get out of it? I don't fucking know, man. I really don't know. And I hate to say all that. I don't like presenting a lot of problems and no solution, because that in itself is its own problem, right? Like there's got to be an answer. Let's move on. The next track's called Good Stuff. Maybe they bring in an answer. Maybe they bring in some light. But I mentioned the media stuff and the social media stuff and politicians and basically media idols and mental poverty to go on to the rant I had a little bit earlier about how more people, there's more violence, there's more shootings, there's more people on edge, there's more people losing it. And I just feel like our society, America, is just getting fucking squeezed on all sides. I am very concerned about it. And there you go. And now what? Okay, great. I'm concerned about it. You know, like even that, just saying that feels dumb because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't make me a better person. I'm not going out and changing the, like, I don't know. Track 11 is called Good Stuff. It's produced by Bun B and Pimp C. And let's see. And so right here it says, in contrast to the last song. So let's see what UGK has to offer in response to everything that we're discussing thus far.
Why don't motherfuckers kissing, man? They still kissing.
Oh, he's still talking about the guys kissing.
I need to give me some motherfucking ass, some hands, some yaya.
Where the hoes? Where the hoes? Looking.
Oh, wow.
Trying to tighten up.
Funky.
Where the hoes? Where the hoes? Check it out. I'm coming down candy. I put in my work. Got a $10,000 link medallion hanging on a $2,000 shirt. The game been good. And all the hoes wanna sit on leather in the wood. Bitches trying to price my diamonds, but that shit is just so common. Cause they see a nigga shining, but I'm moving too fast. 96 carats, if you think that you can manage. Got the drink and the salad, now the bitches in the jag. I'm coming down Duck Way, I'm trying to see what's up. I see some big asses and titties. Now we flipping in the bourbon to the city. The chauffeurs and the stokers, hotel bitches and the hoes. I got the haters and the jackers and the $1 million crackers trying to close me down, but I got ghetto love. I'm Pimp C, bitch. I'm coming down richer than rich, so bitch, you know you gotta give me
I love that.
love.
I'm Pimp C, bitch.
Now who you kidding? I'm swinging, banging, and skidding. Bust a player move and if you done it and did it as I sit in the lap of luxury. DEA agents are trying to stick bugs to me. Undercover motherfucker trying to sell drugs to me. What could be more crazy? Mafiosos putting bombs under my load. Never showed no weakness or signs of decline. Now I'm coming down, shining piece and chain full of diamonds. I'm whining and dining and Caligula. Danny boys getting off the hook, them bitches saying, but I'm digging you. But I know that make a crunk. That make a man and make a nigga wanna pop trunk. Got skunk from the roster, eating pasta, taking lobster like a mobster. And got stuff, be looking for the good stuff.
I'll let it finish out. I wonder, tighten up on your backstroke. I don't really understand that. Tighten up on your backstroke. I mean, are they just talking about golf? I can't imagine that's the case. All right, so that was a light-hearted song coming after something pretty fucking heavy off of High Life. And part of me wanted to criticize it in the sense of, oh, but this is just another form of self-medication. Maybe there's some truth there, maybe not, who fucking knows. But the truth also is that when you can find your moments, when you can, whatever it is, hang out with a friend, fucking play a game, just whatever you can do to release that mental strain, it's important. Within reason, obviously. Substance abuse gets a little tricky. I like drinking my beer. Probably drink a little too much beer a little too often from time to time. I wish I could smoke. I can't. There you go. I've got a friend who does edibles, and he was talking about how it's so great to go to sleep to edibles and stuff. Well, now he's getting off of them because he's trying to get a new job, and now he can't fucking sleep. It's like, jeez. But it's like I was kind of saying at the beginning of the video, how it's easy to get caught up, and I've got all this shit to do, and I got to go, and like, no, slow down, just chill. It's also very easy to get caught up in everything that's broken and wrong and stressful and what feels like it's spiraling out of control and on and on. So you do what you can to find those releases from that stress and break away from that thought process, because our brains are wired such that if you look for something, you will find it. If you look for the negative, you will find it. There's plenty to find. There's positive to find too. And sometimes it's so simple. Sometimes it's as simple as just getting away from screens, getting into some natural light. And I mean, I'm not saying that's going to fucking cure the world or solve all of your problems, but it's good to just detach from things and break away and just kind of go exist elsewhere somehow if you can. Not everybody has that option. Exercise is great. Okay, I'm just going to stop. I don't need to fucking rant on how to save everybody's life, but basically what's happening is there's a part of me that wants to offer up some kind of solution, some kind of path forward away from the fucking, giant goddamn death spiral of despair that's out there. Put on some music, listen to some tunes that you can really connect with. Anyway, let's keep going. Track 12 is called Ridin Dirty. Good Stuff Gets a Heart. I like that one. Good amount of hearts thus far. Didn't put a heart next to Touch. Didn't put a heart next to That's Why I Carry. We'll see how I feel about those. But everything else has a heart. One Day is great. Murder was actually pretty good. Track 12 is Ridin Dirty, produced by Pimp C. Let's drop in.
Man, Smooth Guy Me says something that I understand. I don't know why I got this there, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. This motherfucker
wow.
the fuck out.
Like spacey 80s sound.
They snitch each other right here. That motherfucker no good motherfucker. Jealous.
Jealous.
Go ahead, you get it. I can talk this shit. You got it now, man. You go ahead.
I'm riding dirty. Straight up.
Cool little guitar strum there.
I'm riding dirty. I'm coming down on the slab, boy.
Cool.
Riding dirty. Real up. Riding up. Have you ever been rolling in a clean ass sack, blowing big out the window? Everybody got a sack, got my heat right between my seat. Got a box of them things in case these fools start playing with me. You be surprised how them boppers wink. Girl, I can't stop. Give my headlights a blink and roll them up out the top. And keep moving and keep rolling. Fools that don't be holding, I'm coming through and folding. And I can't stand snitches, wanna kill all of y'all. Even though some busters fall, I'm still rolling like a ball. And having things my way, hitting that highway.
Cool fucking production on this. I really like it.
Police, they wanna run in. Talking on cell phones, got a lot of kings done in. I wanna live like Arnold Willis and Mr. Drummond and keep my paper sturdy. Big birds and tight herb. Fool, I'm riding dirty.
Haha.
Big birds and tight herb. Fool, I'm riding dirty.
There's a great sound. Great sound.
Riding dirty.
Big birds and tight herbs, riding dirty. Let's go, man.
Hands behind your head, not on your knees. You get the case and they get your weight and your G's. Come on. I used to ride the boat off the city streets with a chick with pretty feet and a box with fitted sweets. They tried to finish me but couldn't get it done. So somebody told the law Big Bun was the one riding dirty. Man, somebody told the law Big Bun was the one riding dirty.
What's up, PA?
That was fucking cool. That's another thing. Well, I think I'm gonna stop with the ranting. I've been ranting a lot, and I feel like a lot of the shit I said today so far has been pretty dumb. I hope people appreciate / enjoy that I just ramble from time to time. I hope everybody realizes. I don't know. I'm like anybody else, Who knows what the fucking answer is to all these questions? I know they're not easy. But I was going to talk about, with the police, too. That's just another stress. Especially if they're fucking harassing you and you haven't done anything wrong and they're trying to fucking repossess your car. Or, not repossess. Impound your car, strip your car down, take all your shit. You get the case and they get your weight and your G's. Just another fucking level of bullshit to deal with, right? Great sound on this track. Really like this. Gets a heart for sure. Great sound. Let's go ahead and finish this one up. There's about 2 minutes left.
Yeah, that west side riding dirty. That east
I like that this is just playing out.
California On your ride.
Kind of helps us shrug off some of the shit that we were talking about, high life and good stuff, you know. That's why I carry.
I know that full bread riding dirty. And Big Mike riding dirty. And all my fools riding dirty. Baby riding dirty. And Big Bun riding dirty. Miami, Florida, where they film the Vice. Know what I'm talking about? Riding dirty. Riding dirty. Riding dirty.
Cool song, man. Very cool song.
Riding dirty.
And something I really appreciate about it is it does have this feeling of just kind of shrugging it off, letting it go, you know, riding. I like the idea of just riding dirty too, because it has this feel, especially in this song, has this feel of kind of, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And it's, to me, it's a good way, a good song, a good sound, a good way of just stop trying to fucking fight it. And something I personally believe in is, you know, life being a ride, and sometimes the ride gets a little dirty. And that's it. You know, that's all there is to it. And we can dwell on it, and we can change the world. We can do all this. I mean, we try, but sometimes a lot of what we're doing, we're just complicating the ride, which in itself makes it part of the ride. Okay, let's move into this outro. I don't know what is going to exist here. It is an outro. It looks like there are lyrics. I wonder if it's just like a talking bit or something. I have no idea. We'll check it out. It's featuring Smoke D, produced by Pimp C. It's 9.5 minutes long. Doesn't have much listens relative to the rest of the album. But let's jump in. I am, however, going to assume that Ridin' Dirty, I'm just going to treat Ridin' Dirty as the closer. So this is like an extra. Ridin' Dirty is the closer, which is a great way to bookend it with One Day being the opener. But let's check out the outro.
Dog, I'm sideways in the pen. Your boy finna break on out. It is, you finna get your legs shaved, nigga.
Get your legs shaved.
Man, I got a break. Y'all niggas stay up.
Huh. Oh, good. I was almost to the point where I was just going to stop listening to it, but there's music.
I'm talking about. Gotta holler at some of my partners. Niggas that's cool with me. Niggas that done smoke with me. Niggas that loke with me. You know what I'm talking about? What's up, DOC?
Cool sound. Love the guitar. Huh. Looks like it. I don't know what's going to happen musically, but not a whole lot with the lyrics.
What's up, N.O. Joe?
Looks like it's a bunch of shout outs.
Real nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Keeping it real, baby.
Cool sound though. I mean, I like the guitar. I like the bass.
What's up, P?
Good production.
All my niggas from New Orleans, baby, Slim, Smoke, man. Hold up.
Huh. This is cool. I mean, it's just kind of a neat little jam session. It would have been cool to have this just an instrumental. I would have been cool with this, no vocals at all, just instrumental.
What's up, D'Angelo? Oh, we kicked it like big
D'Angelo.
players. You know what I'm talking about? I wanna holler at that boy Shaquille O'Neal, cause he kept it real with me. You know what I'm saying?
Want to holler at Shaquille O'Neal because he kept it real with me.
Memphis.
I wonder what happened there with him and Shaquille
O'Neal. Donnie Young. What's up, boy? Niggas in Florida, Miami, Jacksonville, Seattle, Washington. My nigga Bobo. Wanna holler at Joy. My nigga Gip. And Fishbone. For keeping it real with me. Talking about. What's up,
cool.
Be Legit?
Keyboard came in.
Niggas in Vallejo, drinking hurricanes, smoking Indo. Green, fluffy weed. You know what I'm talking about? Studio tone,
That
E40.
bass. That bass is cool.
And I want to dedicate this album to my son, Chad Butler II, in the memory of my stepfather. Rest in peace. UGK, 1996. Smoking.
That's cool.
Man.
Very cool. All right. Well, there we go. That was great. Coming into this, for some reason, I even though I knew it was going to be a Southern sound, and I had this idea in my head that it was going to be a little bit more, I guess, harsher in sound. I guess I was expecting lower recording quality, but this sounds great. I mean, it's nice and clear, and fucking all the sounds are coming through wonderful. Cool outro. You know, I mentioned how I would like having an instrumental version only, no vocals, which would be cool. But it was kind of neat to, when he got to the end here, he's dedicated it to his son in memory of his stepfather. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I can appreciate that. Ridin Dirty. Yeah, good shit. Good shit. I needed that. And, you know, I know I got off the rails a couple times just rambling about this, that, and what have you. And it was nice to just kind of purge some of that from my brain a little bit. Get it out. You know, it's good to talk about things and get it out. Even if I'm way out of lane and misinformed and I don't know what I'm talking about, it's nice to just get it out. And, you know, sometimes there are times when I kind of enjoy looking stupid in front of everybody because I think it's important to do. I think another mental stress is the idea that is false, in my opinion, that we always know what we're talking about and we always got to be right. And, you know, these online things. And if you say something dumb, that everybody gets on you about it. It's like, look, I don't know everything. We don't know everything. We're not right about everything. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. The only problem with being wrong is if you cling to it for the sake of some weird principle of, no, I'm not going to back down from what I believe in, even if what you fucking think is wrong, you know? That's the problem. Ignorance in itself isn't necessarily evil. It's chosen ignorance. That's the problem. You can just not know what you're fucking talking about. But as long as you're seeking answers and you're trying to understand more, and then it's okay. You know, it's okay. That was good. That was a good listen. I feel like just kind of honestly relaxed right now. I feel good. And I feel slower. You know, I've got some, like, earlier, kind of when this song was finishing up, this outro here, I was thinking, oh, okay, I got to start rendering. I got to start doing this. It's like, no. Just fucking chill. Yes, you got to do all those things. Yes, I got plenty to do for the next probably 3-4 hours. That's fine. It'll get done. I ain't got to scramble to make it get done. I ain't got to stress out to make it get done. It'll get done. And I can listen to some music while I do it. And I can take my time while I do it. And everything will happen the way it needs to. And it's totally fine. It's totally fine. Yeah. Good shit. I'm glad I did that one. I'm really glad I did that one. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see ya.